Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today guys, we are finally getting that red Fiesta, the race red Fiesta, back from the body shop and paint shop. So I'm going to go and collect it, going to bring it back, bring it in the workshop, we'll have a look at it, we'll see the repair, I'll show you all around that, and then just get on with it, crack on with it, get it back together, see what we've got to do. Because that is not far off for being complete and going for the MOT. So, yeah, that's the plan for today. I just want to quickly say a big thanks to all the support on the channel, guys, because the video I put out on Friday about the flooded Fiesta, and by the way, I think I've worked out why that was flooded. I'll get into that soon, but yeah, just quickly, just to say thanks for all the support, because that video just took off. Like, took off. The amount of views and new subscribers because of that video is incredible. And I think it's because of what I put in the description. I don't normally put that. I normally put something like new project, and I normally hide on the thumbnail so you can't see it. It's a bit of a surprise. This time, I swapped it out and said straight away in the description, I bought a flooded car. And it just, for some reason, YouTube has picked it up and it's just took off. Like, it is flying. I think within 2 days, I've had 11,000 views within 2 days. That, for me and my channel and the size of the way I am, is massive, is incredible. So, yeah. Hello to all the new subscribers. Thanks for the support. Do you know what I mean? You can also follow me on Instagram as well. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can go and do that. But for today, like I said, I've worked out what's going on with that flooded car, and I'll explain later when I pick up the third car. But for today, let's crack on. Let's go and get the other Fiesta, the race red one. Bring it in the workshop. Let's get cracking with that. Let's do this. So, guys, just before I go off and get the race red Fiesta, just quickly, I want to talk about this KA. So much interest in this car. There's so many messages, people messaging me, can you let me know when it's done? Can you let me know when it's done? Can you let me know when it's finished? But unfortunately, it's sold. So, all those people that were messaging me, appreciate all the the messages and stuff, but it is now sold, this car, on Saturday. We've not MOT'd it, we've not completely finished, but it is actually, yeah, it's actually sold, and for good reason. This car is so nice. It really is so nice. And plus, obviously, I've done the, all the the timing belt, the water pump, just had a full service as well. It's a really, really nice car. And this is, just quickly, I just want to say a big shout out to Dave, Tom's dad, because he does, he's always pushing my content out there. He's always sort of sharing it. He's always pushing to his pupils about sort of, their first cars and stuff. And this was one of them. So another shout out to Sam. Sam come over with his dad on Saturday, and he loved the car. And yeah, he bought it for his first car. So yeah, great news. So that one's gone. We have to MOT it still, and whatever comes up on the advisories, I'm going to do it. So yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get this booked in till tomorrow. I spoke to the MOT centre this morning. They're fully booked. They can't book me in until tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow. We have got to change one thing. Well, I've got to change one thing that actually Dave noticed, pointed it out. I would have, found it and checked it, because I always check tyres. But this one is a little bit bald. It's getting down. It's probably flush with the wear indicators. So this one has definitely got to be changed before the MOT. All the rest are good and fine. Loads of tread. So yeah, that's all I've got to do is change that tyre. So yes, another one sold. Also, guys, the black Cougar that we done last week, someone is coming today to have a look at that Cougar. I'll let you know later on this afternoon what happens with that one. But yeah, ticking over, lovely. I've got loads of work booked up this week, unbelievably. So I've got another Fiesta, a white one, that's coming in. That needs an MOT and a service. I've also got a Focus coming in on Thursday. That needs timing belt, water pump, service and MOT. And I've also got one of Bob's cars. We've done work on Bob's cars before. His wife, Sam, she's got a KA. We've done work on a KA and a Fiesta. Bits and pieces before. I've got one of his cars. I think it's his son, if I remember right. I think it's his son's car that's coming in on Thursday as well. So we've got to get cracking with that. Plus, obviously, guys, we've got to get cracking with my own cars, especially the Fiestas. I'm picking the other one up, the third one, today. So when I pick the third one up, I'll explain what is going on. I think I've sussed out why that's a flooded car. And I'll explain exactly what is going to happen, what we're going to do. And yeah, to get these, what's going to be the plan for these cars. So bear with me for now. I'm going to go off to the paint shop, pick up the race red Fiesta, get this one outside, and then I'm going to show you the repairs, what he's done, and then we're going to crack straight on and get that one finished because that is close, that red Fiesta. So bear with me, guys, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, so guys, I am back picking up the race red Fiesta, the little 1.2 that had this side damage. This was a Cat S, if I remember rightly, but let me show you what has been done. So basically what he done was he took both the old two doors off, and then it was painted on the inside and the edge along the sill. The job that they do is just incredible. You just never ever know, would you? He's so good. Body shop and paint shop, both of them. So they kind of, work together. I've got them in a routine, you know what I mean? It goes there and goes there, goes backs and forwards or whatever. So it just works out really, really well at the minute with this body shop and paint shop for what they do. So yeah, there we go. Pretty easy, I think that's what he said to me was. That's what his words were. Not too bad. So yeah, all I've got to do now is put all the little bits and pieces back together. Door cars, trims, plastics. Swap over a few bits like these. These got to be swapped over because they're the wrong ones. Because this is a Z-Tech, and I think these doors come from an ST line, I think. So we've got to swap over all the bits and pieces. Got them over here, the plastic, the trim stuff. That's got to go on as well. This is the handle and door and speaker. So that's all these bits and pieces have got to go back in the car. I want to take this back off, or do I want to take that back off? Yeah, I've got to take this back off to get the glass swapped over. He's left the old glass here, which is nice of him. He took it out the door and left it inside the car for me. So that's got to be done. But yeah, incredible job. They do an absolute smashing job, don't they? Right, so I think that's what we're going to do first, guys. Let's get all this back together, and then we need to start the mechanical side of it. So I'm doing the timing belt, I'm doing the water pump and the full service on this car. So yeah, let's get cracking. I'll set you up. Let's do what we can on this first. Let's do this. Right, okay. So guys, so I had to help someone push a car. So you just see me there do the 2 doors. Done the glass as well, so that's done. Cleaned it both sides before I put it in. Done the door cards on both. So they're all good. Works exactly how it should work. But yeah, that's what I wanted, that glass out of the original door, so we can put it into this door to match the other glass that's around. So that's done. So that's good. Done this one as well. Door card on, all been connected up. So that's done. I've got the chrome trim for this door. You can see it there. But I haven't got this one. It's on the old original door, which is at the body shop. So I might have to pop out later, grab that, just to finish that door off. And then that's done. The next thing I want to do is I want to move on to the airbag, curtain airbag. I want to put that in place, so then we can start putting all these trims back in place, all down here, put all these back in place. But this has to go in first for the airbag, curtain airbag to go in. So let's now crack on with that. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay. Well, that is all the trims. Airbag put back in place. All been put back together. All the trims done. Everything is back how it should be. So we can draw a line underneath that. That is done. The door's done. I also found the trim. Do you know the trim I just told you about? That actually was down there on the back of the floor. So the body shop guy must have took it off and just put it in the back for me to put back on when I was ready. So yeah, it is looking good now. So we've done that now. We've got to clear the airbag module on the system, which can be done through the OBD. You haven't got to take out the crash module on these. You have on the earlier ones, but on these ones, you don't have to do that. It can be done through the OBD port, which is in there. So I'll get a guy over. He'll do that for me. But I've got another job for him to do on one of the Fiestas outside, the one that didn't have any keys. I've managed to get a barrel and a key and a lock for the door, switch it all over, and then that key is then got to be programmed into the car. But that's one of the cars that's outside, the red one that's out there. So I'm going to get him to do the two things at once. He can clear this crash data, and he can program that key for me in there. So what I want to do now is I want to move on to the mechanical engine side. I always like doing this. It is always best practice, depend on the mileage and the year, to do the timing belts and the water pump and the full service if it hasn't got any record of it. Which 9 times out of 10, these don't come with paper record booklets. You know what I mean? Service history. You're really, really lucky if you get anything with these cars. You're lucky if you get a key, gotta be honest. So I always like to do it. It's good practice to do it. I'm going to move it over and then we're going to get cracking with that. Right, okay, guys, I'm actually just come back from the pickup with the third Fiesta out the front. I'll show you that in a second. But I did manage to start stripping this down. This cam cover is ready to come off. So we're going to continue with this tomorrow. Get the timing belt done, get all that sort of water pump finish service, all that done in tomorrow's video. But let me just show you the another Fiesta that I've just picked up. So there we go. That is the 3. So the plan for these 3 was to get that flood damage one and use all the panels to repair these 2. But it's looking like that flood damage one, that needs to be repaired as well, I think. So I am going to go down the route of repairing all 3 of these Fiestas. I just think they need saving. With this one, we've got some front damage. This is a Cat N, but you can see headlights are gone and smashed. Bumper and bonnet on the front end is gone. So yeah, how far that's gone and how much damage has been done, I don't know at the minute. Obviously, slam panel, you can see it's split there. That's the top of the slam panel, so that has to be changed over. You know, and I was going to use the slam panel off of the end one for one of these 2, and then just get one more slam panel, and that would have been done. Headlight again, headlight on here, and these are not cheap, these headlights. So yeah, I'm thinking, now it's only an idea, I'm thinking of trying to win another Fiesta in this year. Doesn't matter about the colour, it's this year. And I can use the headlights and the bonnet and the bumper and the slam panel and, you know, just a load of bits and pieces to start putting these, because I've been to the breakers and roughly it's going to be to fix all these 3 cars, you're looking at about 1,500 quid. Now if I can pick another Fiesta up for 600 plus fees, 800, 900 out the door, then that's a saving, plus it will give me additional parts, and I can scrap the rest for 150, £100 or whatever, just get rid of the rest. So yeah, what is that all about? Because the auto, I might, because of the auto, yeah. But yeah, this one actually does run and drives, this one. Let me know what you think about the colour. I kind of stay away from these ones because of that red dash. It's not going to be for everyone, I know that, but it's only done 77,000 miles. 2 keys as well, so we've got 2 keys, so that's good. Like I said, but it's rattling. Engine management lights on, and it is blowing. I think it's the exhaust that's blowing, but something's rubbing on the front. It's like cutting out. It's not running right, you know what I mean? So maybe it's like running on 3 cylinders. That exhaust is definitely blowing. It don't seem to be running right. It's not. It's rattling. So that needs a good strip down and sorting out and replacing. Oh, looks like is that a cam belt? Yeah, timing belt's been replaced. Look, 74,600. The timing belts are in place at 74,600. So I haven't got to do it on this one. But yeah, it's running rough, and I'm assuming it's going to be, there's misfire maybe on one of the cylinders. I'm gonna have to plug it in and see what's going on, but I think it's misfiring. Nothing in the glove box, completely, well, cut from a couple bit of rubbish. It's more or less empty, bits of rubbish sitting around, but there is stuff in the boot that I want to show you. I don't know about this colour, guys. What do you think about this colour? I'm trying to stay away from it, I've got to be honest. But being it's an automatic and it's a titanium 2011, and look what's in the boot. Some goodies. So it looks like it's had oil change as well, gearbox oil. Nope, that's antifreeze and coolant. Antifreeze and coolant mix. So it's had some oil changes done. Got an oil filter here. Not unless it was getting it ready to do it. Don't know, but we've got an oil filter. A spare rim of some sort. Don't know why that's in there. Found some booklets, but at the minute can't find the service history. So I'm still looking around. But yeah, it's got some oil and stuff and bits and pieces. Apart from that, it's a tidy car. Apart from this front end, it's all right, you know. So yeah, another one to fix up. But I've done the numbers on it, on all of them, and it just comes to about 1,500 quid in just parts, not labour, parts, to repair all three, including changing the interior on that one, on the flood damage one. But the only trouble is with that, I've found out this one's got some more problems. It won't go into gear. It will not go into, it runs lovely, sweet, absolutely sweet, runs lovely, but it won't go into gear. So what I'm thinking has happened to this is that the clutch is gone. The previous owner just sat it outside their house or sat it somewhere, debating whether or not to change the clutch, the cost and all the rest of it, and it's been sat there, and that's when the water leak has happened in the boot, behind the lights, behind the vents, somewhere like that on this car. So when they've come back to the car, they've seen all mould in the car and thought that it just put it through the insurance and tell him that it's leaking, it's got water ingress or it's leaking somewhere. And I think that's why this was down as a flooded car, because technically water was getting into the car, but it's very, very common for these Fiestas to do that in the rear. So that's what it is. So for us to do this one, to repair it, all interior has to be ripped out. And the guy said to me he will give me another interior for £120. I can take it out of this one. I can take the parts off this car, but there's not enough to take out of this car for the other two cars. There's just not enough parts for it. All I'll get is the interior. Everything else needs changing. Everything else needs doing. The bumper needs doing. The slam panel needs changing. We need to change the windscreen. We need to change this mirror. We need to do a little bit of work on the paintwork. We need to do a few bits and pieces. So there's not enough parts to repair both, if you know what I mean. So this one, complete interior, £120. Clutch, 3-part clutch. We'll drop the gearbox. We'll change the clutch. We'll do a timing belt and water pump and service, full service as well on this one. Clean it up, MOT, and that's it. That one should be done. This one, a lot more work. We've got to do a lot more work on this one, but I just think, again, it's still worth saving because, it's only done 64,000 miles and it's got a full service history with this one. So, yeah, this has got to be saved as well because I just think it's worth it. And this one, it's definitely worth it because it's an automatic. It's only done 77,000 miles. It just needs a front end, headlights, bumper. Don't know if the bumper's repairable because the only split on the bumpers here. It's the only split is right here. So that's possibly repairable from the outside. We'll repair it from the back. Get it over to the paint shop and let him do his magic and paint the bumper completely. We'll have to strip it down because we've got sensors as well. So I don't really want to go and get another bumper. I've got reversing sensors on the front and the back, and they both work back and front because I've just checked them. We've obviously got a coolant leak because there's no coolant in the tank, so it must have damaged the rad or something behind there. But we'll get into all that once we start getting into this one, stripping it all down. But I think it's misfiring, so it could be the leads or it could be the spark plugs. Don't really know, but we'll plug it in the computer and we'll see what's going on there at some point. Not yet. We've got other jobs, other cars that we need to get finished. But I just wanted to quickly show you that was the third one that I picked up, which is in fairness, is in good condition. It is. Just needs a few bits and pieces doing to it. So yeah, there we go. That's the 3, which didn't go to plan, did it? Let's be honest. The original plan that I had, it didn't work out, but it's worked out okay because they are worth saving. I think all 3 are worth saving. So yeah, there we go. That's it. Right, okay, that's the end of today's video, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to get cracking with this. I need to put all that back together, or we need to change the timing belt and get all that back together. So I need to work on that tomorrow. We've also got another Fiesta that's coming in tomorrow. Tomorrow morning it's coming in. That's got to be worked on. I'll explain what's going on with that one. Good news about the Cougar. Someone come over this afternoon and bought the black Ford Cougar for exactly the price that I put it up for. Didn't even knock me down. They said it was a great car, great low mileage. It drives lovely, lovely smooth, pulls lovely. So they said, yeah, straight away, they'll have it. So the Cougar's now sold. So the KA sold, the Cougar's sold. Let's get this one ready and up for sale so we can then move on to the next ones. So yeah, very, very busy week so far already. But yeah, I'll end it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. See you soon.